Good evening and welcome to another Thursday night's Cricket in Sydney parade. Tonight, it's the women won again. After their thrilling victory on Tuesday, where they just about got across the line with the Hills and put them into the semi-finals of the Cup, where they'll play tonight's visitors, Clontarf. Clontarf had a good win in the Cup on Tuesday as well. And so this is a rehearsal for the Cup semi-final. But this is a league game tonight. And Pembroke will be batting. And opening the batting tonight, as of Tuesday night, Mary Waldron and Claire Shillington.
Times to screw this up, mate. I've got them in the wrong order.
Well, one of tonight's umpires returns from Tuesday. That's John Kirby. Not sure who's at the other end, but I'll look that up on the live scoring and we'll get you an answer.
There's the bells to signal it's time.
Yep, 6 o'clock in the Marian Church. And for some reason, the live scoring isn't on Cricket Leinster's live match centre. So we start in a bit of sunshine, and Mary chops it away just behind point. And they get a start with a single. We know her name's Emma.
Emma Butler.
Emma Butler opening the bowling for Clontarf. Mary Waldron, having taken a single from the first ball, will now be facing. That's all right. I'll figure it out.
You should be able to sort of twist it towards you as well.
Shillington beautifully fielded, but not enough to stop the single. The men's first head off for their game of football, just warm up for their training. And so Emma Butler now will be bowling to Mary Waldron. Just keeps that one out. Plenty of bat involved there despite the appeal. It's nice, isn't it? I'd say if you walked a lap it wouldn't be quite as warm on the far side. But at the moment it's light cloud, plenty of patches of blue around, and at the moment one of those patches of blue lining up with the sun, which is producing these lovely shadows we're seeing on the pitch. This one drops onto the leg side. Another dot ball. This is a good start by Butler. Whenever you have the surname Butler, always think of On the Bosses. Butler. Mary Waldron sees the full toss, gets onto it straight away, powers it away through mid-wicket. And that's the way to deal with a full toss, even if it is outside off. Slapped away, 4 runs. And suddenly, Emma Butler knows that if she strays line length, Waldron's in the mood to punish her. Good call from Shillington. No single there. So it's Westlife, you say, are playing in the Aviva tonight.
So, or maybe it is tomorrow night. I don't know, what day is it?
It's Thursday. We've safely reached the end of the first over. Run a ball, 6 on the board. 5 of them to Waldron. 1 of them to Shillington. And opening the bowling for Clontarf. We shall find out as soon as live scoring catches up. Devshon.
Tomorrow and Saturday.
B. Devshon. Well, knife score up to date. Bavi Devshon. I'm sure she pronounces it differently and correctly. Leg spin to start, and the first ball drifts down the leg side, and that's going to run away for 4. Excellent start to the over for Pembroke. That takes the pressure off. Claire Shillington just seen too many of those in her career to miss out. That's a much better delivery. Well flighted, good line and length. Slipping down the leg side, John Kirby. Pretty sure that that one's a wide. I got home on Tuesday and obviously Amanda hadn't been down here, so she missed possibly one of the most exciting games we've covered. Again, drifting onto the legs. She really needs to be pitching that on sort of middle and leg and getting it to come back. Well fielded down there. Saved the boundary, but can't stop 3 runs being scored. So I fast forwarded through the game to just about when Katie Boylan went over on her ankle, and all the fun that ensued from there on in. 3 overs to go. That was the part to watch. Oh, membership secretary now strolling round past the first training. All the guys who haven't paid their subs now panicking. This time it's wide outside off, and it's sliced away down towards third man. Got past the fielder in the ring.
No! As I said, we'll see how many times I screw up now because I put the cameras in the wrong order.
Ah. So, although the run rate is looking good, it is important that Pembroke keep wickets in hand early on. Bavi Deschamps. Bit of effort put into that ball, plenty of revolutions on it as she let it go. But Waldron just played it away. I need to bring down a scraper just to take the decals off the old scoreboard. Big old boxes used to contain the numbers, didn't they? Wow. I still think the scoreboard at Adelaide, possibly the greatest scoreboard in the world, still manually operated, as are many of the ones in the West Indies.
Sneaky. Back to normal.
What's that?
Side screen.
Is it part of the side screen up there? A lump on it. Butler to continue now. Start of the third over. There's 17 on the board. Healthy run rate with just the 1 extra so far.
I have to like the way the scoreboard covers it.
Yes. Yeah, I noticed that bottom line, you know, they require 4 from 27 or whatever. I couldn't really see it on my screen. Again, full toss, and that one goes through the fielder on the boundary. It was travelling with such pace, and possibly a bit of spin as well. It got past her. It's another boundary. Waldron slaps another one away. As I say, leading run scorer in Leinster.
And I'm. Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter, you didn't do it wrong. And again, this time Waldron stepping across the stumps, plays it out to square leg where the fielder is there. And the throw in requires a little bit of backing up. Who are just a little bit. It's a ball outside off, and this time Shillington just drives it over through extra cover. The fielder is down there.
Talking about was, look at how nicely I put the scoreboard on that shot.
Deliberately, I suspect.
Yeah, except it's the score box, not the scoreboard.
Yes. It went all that effort.
Oops.
All that effort, it didn't quite work out for you. That's nicely driven up to mid on mid off. No single taken.
But thankfully, the wonderful Becca is here on the live scores, so we don't need it.
That would be Graham's first question. Who's doing the live score tonight? Well, that's going to be a wide. And it is. Next signal is set. Quite a sensible decision. That's a nice shot. Beats the field in the ring. Running away now, down towards the boundary, but it's been picked up, well chased. And I don't know why she considered having a relay throw. She had a fine arm herself.
See the stupidity of what I had to do with the camera, with the side screen there.
Oh, yes.
Sprawling it over the
Front
fence.
leg over the fence. Look, it works for you. Let's not knock it too much.
I'm not quite sure if I can see the very corner there or not.
You can, yeah?
No, there you go. No, not
No,
quite
not
actually.
quite. You're missing a couple of feet. But it is only a couple of feet, though. I wouldn't be beating yourself up too much about it. I know you like to. 3 overs are done now. Score's moved on to 27, which is a healthy run rate. Again, both teams missing out on all their Irish players. To Clontarf. Who plays for Clontarf? No. Okay.
Don't ask me.
Production staff letting us down with their information there. Don't ask me. Change of bowling now at the nursery end. And the first ball gets played out to the cover boundary. That's a good ball. Bit of shape to that. Moved away a bit. Still didn't stop Shillington playing it through the ring for a single. Good steady stuff here now. Bavy Deschamps has made way. But she also drops it onto Waldron's legs. Waldron powers it out to the square leg boundary with the fielder. Anna Cook is the bowler now from the nursery end. If you're watching on the screen with the scoring, you already knew that. was in the gym this morning at 7 o'clock. Not that I'm looking for praise or anything, but I was in the gym at 7 o'clock this morning, and at about 7:30, David Cosgrave came in. It's not the first time either. Comes into the gym each morning. My goodness, he's as fit as a fiddle, that kid. Yeah. Yes, he is. Now there's a football on the pitch. Nobody's noticed yet. Nice straight back from Waldron, keeps out the good ball. Just while we're on air here, many congratulations to Kim Lee, who made a debut in the Super 3 series. She was playing for the Typhoons yesterday. First of many representative honours for that young lady, I suspect. 5 overs gone, quarter of the way through this first innings, and the score has moved on to 31 for the loss of no wickets. Mary Waldron is on 16. Claire Shinton on 13, which is different on the live score than it is on the board. Live scoring just disagreeing with the scoreboard there. Becca Gallagher's the one charged with doing both, I suspect. Graham Mooney off sunning himself with Brittany. Before his wife gets too worried, that's Brittany in France, not Britney Spears. This looks like Ravi Deschamps back again, and this time she's come on from the St John's end. It certainly gives her a big offside boundary. But if she strays onto Shillington's legs, they've only got one fielder out on that fence by the wall. Oh, Shillington just goes straight, jogs down the pitch, doesn't need to jog too far. 4 runs. Anna Makahini and John Kirby are tonight's umpires. And that's well played by Shillington. Lets the ball bounce. Got a great piece of fielding on the infield. And yet they still get 2 from it. These two seem quite determined today. Oh, it's only 4 overs gone, according to the scoreboard. Can't read that.
How many overs are actually gone?
Well, I think 4 might be right, actually. Didn't say 5 a minute ago, but 4 would seem to be. Yeah, and I have it there as well. Yeah. Live score on the Leinster website, the live match centre, is never quite up to date. Oh, that one got a bit of turn on it. However, it slipped down the leg side. Waldron couldn't get a bat on it, and Kirby can signal it as a wide. That'll take the score on to 40 in this, the 5th over. So a decent rate already. Evening. That one's outside off. Just allows Waldron just to drop a bat on it, push it out into the offside, and it will roll out through a gap to the boundary rider. She'll come in and get it, but it's another 2 onto the total. See, that live scoring says 30 something. The board says 41. That's a much better ball. Shillington having nothing to do with that. That's the end of the 5th over. It says 41 on the board. And Shillington and Waldron just taking their runs. Waldron on 18. Shillington, courtesy of that 4, slapped over the bowler's head. Now on 20. Wasn't quite as nice a 4 as the one on Tuesday. The Tuesday one was far straighter and...
It reminded me I'd replay that show.
It's nice stay, isn't it?
Oh no.
Mm? That's a very good ball, super ball, great length, rising at the feet. All Shillington could do with that was dig it out. Any attempt to play a bigger shot on that could have seen her heading back to the pavilion. Absolutely on line. Good length. Probably the best ball that Anna Kirk has bowled so far. Oh, she's dropped that one in short, and Shillington swivels on it quickly and pumps it down behind square on the leg side. 4 more runs for Shillington. Anna Kirk is the bowler. And on this occasion, she just dropped that one in too short, and Shillington was on it in a flash. Still plenty of encouragement out there for the bowler. Dark crawling by very slowly, obviously waiting for the gates at Sydney Parade to go down. This one comes off the inside edge, runs out to square leg. Just take a single. Score moves on to 46. Quite a crowd down tonight, about a dozen or so at the moment, who are down here specifically to watch the cricket. Another one that's dropped in a bit short, and this time it's Waldron who hooks onto it very quickly, but the boundary rider will get out there and she'll keep it down to 2. In this, the last over of the power play. Stella the scorer. Oh, Stella Owens. My goodness, that's going back a bit, Amanda. Great to see. They just get away with that. Fine piece of fielding at point. I don't think Shillington would have made a ground if it had been a direct hit. Yeah, Stella Owens. Clontarf legend. From Stella. And Susan Bray. Just slapped up to mid-on. Just take the single. Yes. In those days, Clontarf were the team in the country, weren't they?
They were.
They must have supplied about half of the Irish side in those days.
Stella, Lily, Mary Hackett behind the sticks, Annie Murray, Sue. That's few anyway.
Well, there's 5 or 6.
There's 5 anyway.
Yep. The power play is now over. The scorers are pointing at the bowler, or he's ordering coffee, or he's signalling a no ball that happened 3 years ago.
No, it's a change of bowler.
Change of bowling. Clontarf turning to youth now. The score is now 49 off.
Should be 6.
I think it should be 6.
Could be.
Her elbow, she has a very flexible elbow.
Yeah, and she's cocking her wrist.
Yeah, I've no problem with the delivery. But
Young
you see her elbow go the other way,
Yeah.
and where mine is dead straight.
Yeah.
Tiniest little bit of.
Yeah, tiniest though. But hers is out to that 15 degrees that you're allowed by the ICC.
Could be double jointed.
Could be. Double jointed elbow, that would be something else, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah.
Would it be useful? You could scratch your back really well.
Yeah.
Could you?
Well, it was Muir Litherin's
Yeah.
hyperextension that gave him the 15-degree rule.
Yeah. Yeah. Pushes that one across the batsman, which gives her the room just to play it out into the extra cover. Another arms the board, 3 remaining in the over. 50 is on the board for Pembroke. I think that one might go up to 51 now, but 52.
I'm going to send Stella down to you.
It's 52 on the score, on the live score, and 51 on the board. At some stage, yeah. Like, and also only if she wants to. Give me 5 minutes there, Amanda, would you? Oh, just clearing the fielder on the ring, and it's running out towards Cal. That's well fielded on the boundary. But a super play shot, just out of reach. Well, you two must be the proud parents now. Interprovincial in the house and all that.
Your viewers are down too, hate to tell you. Down one anyway.
And this time Claire Shillington keeps it more on the ground, same spot, but this time with a bit more power, and it runs away for a boundary, and that takes the score on to 58 at the end of the 6th over. That's the power play over now, and one feels that Clontarf might want to take advantage of that and post a few more boundary riders, but that of course will just open up gaps in this massive pitch.
There's the 2 of them.
There's the first one, just clearing the fielder. Just a little bit of concern there. Was she going to clear up? But she did, and that's fine fielding of that first one. Another change of bowling now for Clontarf at the nursery end.
Sinead. Really good.
Bowler's name?
Thompson. S. Thompson.
Sinead Thompson, that was the previous over.
Oh.
So it'll be a different name now, but S. Thompson having a good first over.
Again. Coulter Riley. C. Coulter Riley.
Katrina.
We'll wait.
Come on now, let's see how good you are here. See if it comes back to
I
you.
don't want to guess wrong. I have a guess in my head now, but I have no confidence in it. Oh, you might have been right. Christina.
Christina Coulter Riley is now the one to bowl from the nursery end. She's marked out a run up. John Kirby, the standing umpire. Mary Waldron just going through her pre-ball routine. It is a good name for a spinner, though, isn't it? Tina Turner.
Oh.
Oh. Oh, here we go. Victor Meldrew is in the house.
Yeah, I'm going to have to do a quick bit of that. Hey. There we go. It's a bit slow coming back because I did it the wrong way.
Good ball again, just popped out, and the fielder on the rope, on the ring, has to come in and can't stop the single. Well, I think it's only one ball. No, I don't think you're missing too much.
No, it's sort of okay now. Just keep pressing the buttons because it's all right. Let's see.
Full toss. Hit straight back at the bowler. Shillington is annoyed at herself for not making more of that. But it is the end of the over. Now we'll give Claire a ball or two at the non-striker's end to clear her head and calm down. And stop giving out to herself. It happens. Right, the bats are on 25 and 33. The total's on 62. And there are 8 overs gone. Is this the order in which you plug them into the back of the machine or something? Is that what decides? Is that okay?
Yeah.
You
And
see?
half the time then I'll rearray and fix because.
Yeah.
But at least we had our magic emergency box there, so I was able to flick over to it for the few balls while we restarted. The idea of it.
Wasn't that clever?
I'd have been clever if I'd remembered to unmute it, so we could have at least heard what was going on this way camera. But it'll do.
It will do.
Yeah, let's hope we've got that right.
Sinead Thompson now to continue from the St John's end. The left arm over bowler had a good first over. Eight runs came from it, but certainly a promising start for her. And you have to remember that she is bowling at 2 of the most experienced batters Ireland have. Can't believe that on a beautiful Thursday evening with the sun out, no rain, very few clouds, plenty of heat, and that's a lovely shot from Shillington. She just saw it was full toss going down the leg side, and all she did was help it on its way. Redirected it, I suppose would be the way of putting it. A beautiful evening like this, A, there isn't a bigger crowd. B, I don't know if the bar's open. It's the first time I've been able to say, come on down and leave your coat at home. And yet I choose to sit under a gazebo. I'm not going to get any tan this year. Oh, that's beautifully played by Waldron, just stroked through to extra cover. What are you trying to do? Because I'm happy with it there at the moment, because I can do that and talk over the top of it. Well, this time it didn't get up as much as Waldron thought it was going to. It caught the bottom half of the bat. You really are a messer, aren't you?
It's not right to start turning your volume up and things.
Yeah. Slapped away through the offside. The boundary rider will pick it up. Keeps it to 1. As Waldron and the bowler collided at the non-striker's end. Delayed Mary's calling a second run. .70 comes up on the board. That one's hit a bit straighter. And again, oh, this time, unlike Tuesday, tonight Shillington gets away with it. She played the same shot on Tuesday and was caught at mid-on. This time, unfortunately for Clontarf, it falls to the turf. That's 9 overs gone, 71 on the board. Claire Shillington on 39 now, and her opening partner, Mary Waldron, on 28. Now, I called Natasha Robinson Mummy Bear because of her actions on Tuesday, but my God, you're like a mother hen, clocking around your little studio, making sure everything's as it should be, or if it isn't, how can you get it closer to how it should be? Everyone thinks Niall just points a camera. I'm telling you, he does a lot more than that. Oh, that's a bit of sharp fielding. Full strength throw from 10 yards away. This over will bring us up to the halfway mark in the innings. Again, Dale, GM by choice, producing such good batting wickets this season. Waldron gets down to sweep or scoop, and eventually she has a hybrid shot, which takes it down to long leg, where it hits the rope and adds 4 onto the total. Score goes on to 77. Waldron moves on to 32. That's probably the first dart from rush hour coming back into town. It's a big long one, and it's got nobody on board. Aren't too many people living in working in Greystones and living in the centre of town. Floated up, smacked away through extra cover. The fielder does a super job. Sliding stop, gets to it. And I'll tell you what else I've noticed from a Pembroke point of view. Punish Mehta is bowling off more than just one step. That's going to run away for a leg bye. John Kirby, I think, decided that was going over the top.
Come down now. Alright, we're seeing some debating.
It seems there's a discussion in the box. Good evening, ladies.
Hello.
Light. We have the subbies.
And two finer subs you couldn't find. Tasha Robinson and Nikki Bell. The parents have now been relegated to the position of sub while the children take their place on the firsts. And Waldron caresses another 4. Down to wide leg. Backward square leg. Christina Coulter-Nile. No, that's not Coulter-Nile. Coulter-Nile plays for Australia. Coulter-Riley, I do apologise. She's dropped that one short, and Waldron quickly onto it, gets it out to the fielder on the boundary very quickly. In fact, too quickly. And how many overs is that now? That is 10. Halfway mark. 83 on the board. Now, the old-fashioned 1970s double the score at 10. But the important thing for Pembroke at the moment is that they do have wickets in the shed. And walking up towards us now is one of those wickets.
Sexy man.
Unfortunately run out on Tuesday night. But Louise McCarthy would certainly relish going in with a couple of overs to go and the freedom to swing. Bit like her brother, I suppose. I wonder if the bar is open yet. Let's find out.
Don't think I see any.
Nobody's out with a drink.
Yeah, I can see any.
And let's be honest, the bar staff probably deserve a night off.
Well, I think tag would be night, so I don't think there's any chance of that for them.
Oh, that's right. They'll have to open for tag, won't they? And in fact,
So they probably are open.
oh, Sinead Thompson, good ball, good length this time. More up. Waldron just defending that one out, and why wouldn't she? Keep the bad balls out, good balls out. Keep all the balls out. And then hit the other ones. Oh, that's nicely played by Waldron. Just dropped a bat on it. Ran it down to the short third. And short third fielded it cleanly, but with no hope of stopping the single. Plenty of encouragement for Thompson. But this one, half fielded. Saved a couple of runs there. Good fielding in the infield. That's full toss just outside off stump. And again, Shillington isn't going to miss those. Oh, unfortunately Lisa didn't have it, and it crossed the rope, and it's gone for 4. A lovely little lap. No, are you any good at tidying up laptops? Mine runs so slowly that hasn't got a clock in the corner. It's got a sundial. Boom, boom. It's slow to start up, it's slow to work, and it's just it's actually put me off using it.
This is the old netbook.
No, this is a HP. Other laptops are available. You're on the wrong. Ah, that's nicely played. Fielder gets down to it, but it's still another single. Takes the score on to 90 in this, the 11th over.
Trying to get on the replay at the field again. Judging the bowler's run up, going, how late can I leave this? How late can I leave this?
Oh, good length. Enticed the shot. Shot missed. And indeed it was a super finish, Sinead Thompson. John Kirby now walking into the stumps. Well, in towards the stumps. Do you want a tea, coffee, beer, soft drink, hard drink? Beer. It is Wednesday after Thursday after all. What are you on, Chieftain? Chieftain and a Chieftain Shandy. Let's see if we can organise that now.
Is anybody in the bar listening? That's why we need to be putting it on.
Yeah, if they put it on in the bar, that would be a big help. Instead, they're probably watching European football.
You play here, haven't you?
Yeah, it is this one.
Bobby Dijon back on from the nursery end. Oh, there's a question for you. If the cap falls off the head, hits the ground, and the ball runs into it, is that 5 penalty runs? Shillington saw it on length and pucked it away. No other word for it. Somebody in Galway would have enjoyed that. Pucked across the line and 4 more runs. And both bats now on 45. And the race to a half century continues just as Pembroke's race to 3 figures does. Oh, that's beautifully hit. Straight. It's going to clear the fielder. Oh, it nearly hit the fielder. Don't take your eye off it like that. Oh, that was a bit dodgy, that was. Anyway, 4 more to Shillington. That takes her on to 49. Waldron's still on 45, obviously. This one down the leg side. Waldron calls her through for the leg by single. So Shillington is denied her half century. Pembroke move on to 99. Now Waldron. $100 on the board now. Played away. They have a fielder there, but she's not stopping the single. In which case she's either too deep, and is she sitting on the ring? That would be my question. You don't want that fielder on the ring. Ah, here comes our best chance. Play down towards point, another single. And that takes Claire Shillington onto the half century. She's looked like getting every time she goes out to bat, but tonight she gets there, she can raise the bat, quick nod of acknowledgement to her teammates and a shake of the hands with Mary Waldron. 50 runs have come off.
34.
How many?
34.
34 balls, which would mean she has another 25 to get the next half century to beat Barry's number. I'd hazard a guess that it's one of the quickest half centuries a Pembroke player has scored here this year. However, it's Claire is facing now. Claire is in the short sleeves.
Too many.
For those of you watching in black and white, Claire's in the red. I do like those videos on YouTube of people putting on glasses that let them see colour for the first time. That must be such an amazing... It's like the ones you see when they give the babies the implants for the ears so they can hear. The smiles on their faces is just incredible. That wasn't the best of fielding, that one, because she took her eye off it and kept running, and it could have smacked her in the back of the head. In fact, she realised. Shillington now looking to open up a bit. Waldron looking for two. Shillington was never looking for two. Claire quite content to get down the other end and practice her shot. Now Waldron herself is four short of a half century, half of a short century. She plays it in the air again over the fielder at long on, and again it's kind of, do you go to the rope or not? She gets two more, that takes her on to 48, and one on the overthrow is 49. There's nobody at the stumps. 49 now, and at the non-striker's end. Shillington just plays it into the leg side, into enough space to let her get a single. Well, with the flip-flops and the ankle bracelets and everything else, and I was thinking, I bet in real life she's something like a chartered accountant. Full toss, comes off the gloves, it's a no ball, the next one will be a free hit. But no ball, free hit, and on top of that, Mary Waldron uses it to reach her personal landmark of 50 runs, which have... Fine opening partnership between these two, both reaching half centuries. And it's taken Mary Waldron 40 balls to reach 50. It's in there, and there, and there. Oh, it's... Yeah, I don't touch it. Don't touch your screen though. Oh, that's nice, and it's the first... Oh, a foot short of being the first six of the night. Feeling nice and loose now, Louise?
No, opposite.
Sulfidine. Go the chemical route, that's what I say. Sulfidine, the drug that lets you do whatever you want. Oh, come on, be a proper auntie. Get a thin napkin. Shillington goes big, and this time she's cleared the rope, she's cleared the fence, she's cleared the benches and hit the wall, and it's 6 runs. Fabulous shot. Yeah, it's the sun shining on it, doesn't help. And look, somebody's put their fingers there saying that's where you get the score. Probably me. Of course it's me. Who else would it be?
Smeared all over the screen.
Yep, it definitely looks like Shillington, having reached a half century, is keen to get on with it. They were both at 45 at one stage, and now Waldron's on 50 and Shillington's on 62. The score has moved up to 119. Oh, could I ask you for a pint of... Other beers are available. He's got his electric bike.
Plug in home, do you? Just program it for home.
It just tells it home. Many's the story of deep in the last century of men who'd stumble out the pub, get onto their horse and cart, and the horse would automatically know how to take them home. The unfortunate thing is, if I'd been around in those days, my horse would have brought me here. A few seagulls down tonight. There must obviously be some good feeding on that side of the ground. There's been a slight delay in play. Bowler's name, please.
M. Butler, which Molly.
Molly Butler.
With the confirmation.
It's down the leg side, but that doesn't stop Waldron sweeping it one-handed, and it reaches the rope, and that's 4 off the first ball, and that wouldn't have been the start Molly would have wanted. Just drifting onto the legs, and at this stage Waldron is seeing it like a beach ball. She's so quick onto those. One, two, three on the board. This time, Waldron steps across to it, but it's well fielded. Good dive.
I didn't think she'd have hope.
Did you go past her?
I was looking at the other fielder thinking she was. had
She
the
was
chance
more
of
likely.
sweeping up behind.
One would assume the Butlers on the Clontarf side are related. Or overcompensation. My advice to you there, Molly, is forget what happened to the ball before. Don't try and correct the previous one. It's gone. Just go back to your number 1 ball. This one's gone down leg, and Shillington tries to take it on the full. Fielder there for that, and they just get the 1. You can hear the seagulls in the background. As I say, there's a veritable feasting going on the main rugby pitch. I don't know if Dale's treated that or fed it today, or has gone the organic route and is importing worms. Waldron just looking around the field, checking where the spaces are, checking where the runs can come. Full toss, she's onto it. She's, again, I would say, pucked it square, and that's 4 runs. This isn't the happiest of overs for Molly Butler. Thoroughly Unprofessional is our middle names. In fact, that could go on my gravestone. Craig, Thoroughly Unprofessional Senior. Here lieth. Oh, this is service. Oh, that's me. Girly drink over here. Thank you very much.
Full mouth shut.
As we put down 2 pints of liquid in the middle of all the electronics. Just as Claire Shillington chips one out to long on, and they get a single. "15 overs gone now, 132 on the board, 5 overs to go." And you'd be wondering how far these two can take it. Anyone want to text in with their guess for Pembroke's final total? Either it would be unprofessional in Pembroke not to be drinking. By the way, two's enough, Graham. As I said, beautiful evening, and you know what? The sun has brought out a few people to have a little look. I see 3, 6, 8, 12, 20, couple of dozen people down here now. Where else would you be? Beautiful sunshine. It's nearly the weekend. I think this is the weekend. I think I only just managed to get through the rest of Friday then. Oh, you keep coming. Keep coming. Did that taste shandy to you?
Maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
You may have them the wrong way
I'll
around.
do that for
I
you.
think we did.
Yeah. I could definitely tell that was full fat. Unleaded.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah. Well, that's gone up to long on, but I don't think that's anywhere near where Claire was thinking she was going to hit it.
He's caught up again.
Yes, she has. It goes in spurts, depending on who has the strike.
60 or 44, 65 or 42.
Yeah. It's great to have lids behind the bar now. Makes such a difference when you're getting a cup of tea or coffee or... Do you know what we need to do? Well, we've got so many mugs in the house. Yeah. Oh, she's got up. She's got up. It didn't get up as much as she thought it was going to. I'd say there's a wry smile on Claire Shillington's face there. She's looking at Mary and saying, what happened? Well, the good news, Claire, is you can watch it later on. Oh yes, this will delight you now, Claire. Well, with 6 overs, less than 6 overs to go, nobody can say she didn't do the right thing. She went for the big shot, but unfortunately the ball wasn't going to cooperate and went on and hit off stick. There we go. As you can see, you could see her almost trying to bend her knees more to get lower halfway through the shot. And oh, it's ugly. Not a pretty dismissal, but she's done a great job for her team there. 65 for Claire Shillington off 41 balls. I'm guessing now. You can see on your screen how wrong or right I am. Noel's plugged his cameras in on the wrong order.
No, they're back in the right order now. They just don't move.
They're all in the right order, but now his brain's got the new order.
No. Remembering which one I've left, looking at where I looked about 5 seconds before the replays were going to end, and they were still all there. As soon as it ends, they're all gone.
Is this Anna Kirk, is it?
And a character Zoe.
It's not a bad start. Zoe gets to see the pace of the ball with no danger attached. Played a couple of really nice shots in her last knock on Tuesday night. Unfortunately, her innings was over too soon. But she's come on leaps and bounds this year. Nicely played out into the offside. Walton quite happy to call her through. The misfield means they get there quite safely. Well, they're not mine, you see. I'd have pulled it off ages ago, but no one likes it on there, apparently. This stuff.
It's like when you get a new telly and you've got to pull the plastic off the screen.
Yeah. New sofa. Niall's still sitting on the plastic. Walden plays that one round, square. Just behind. But the fielder's there. 2 fielders there. Plenty of cover. Just a single. Brings Zoe back on strike. And I have to say, I like this. I think it's a good move putting Zoe in at 3. I mean, if Shauna was around, or the Prendergast was around, then it may be different. But I think it's great exposure for Zoe. And I'll tell you, she's learning very quickly that she belongs at this level. I hate to tell Natasha, but her days of picking Zoe are gone. Zoe got...
Umpire's agreeing that she hit it.
Umpire saying she hit it. Turf once again being Pembroke's friend. There's a flock of birds just dead ahead there now, and it's like formation flying. They just keep swooping. I think it's amazing how, especially the starlings, like your friend the photographer who got the shot of the starlings in the shape of a starling.
Shape of a bird, yeah.
Murmuration or something.
Murmuration,
Yeah.
absolutely spot on, Noel.
But it took him months.
I mean, it was. What I'd like to see is all the other pictures he took during that time of near misses, or one that looked like Donald Trump or something like that. You know, I mean, it'd be amazing. It's like the infinite monkeys with infinite typewriters writing the sun. Sorry, that was a dozen monkeys and a dozen typewriters writing the sun. 137 for 1. Mary Waldron now, very definitely the senior partner in this partnership. What's that? Mary wants the sight screen moving, and she wants the commentary box moving. Changing the field for Clontarf. Christina, call to Riley now. And it's hit out towards long on. Zoe takes on the arm. And gets there. Could have been in trouble, but she took on the arm. She was happy enough to do so, and it paid off for her. And it got Mary back on strike. No single there. Played over the bowler's head. It's going to be beautifully fielded. That may have been close as well. But nicely fielded. Single goes on to the total. 140 is on the board now. Were you here at the start of Christina's spell?
Well, it was, but I don't feel
One of her teammates shouted out, "Go on, Tina Turner." I thought it was good. There's a half moon up there at the moment. I'm sure the rest of it's up there as well. Reverse paddle, I think is the best description of that shot. It lets Waldron pick up another 2 and keeps her on strike.
Enough replays. She has to hit them for 4 if she wants a replay of it.
That was a nice delicate shot. Not my favourite obviously, but it wasn't bad. Can I put that on this side? You can put it in there if you want. What I did with mine. You can tell it's a 4 because Niall's using the time to show 87 replays. Nice timing, Johnny.
Hey, Johnny.
Outstanding the gate.
All right. I've seen parents do that. Pete Prendergast will stand at the corner of the car park, just have a little look before he's allowed onto the ground.
15 or 16 go.
That would be 16 gone. 65.
My favourite replay.
Fiona's in there.
Mm. Yeah.
Soon, maybe.
Afternoon. How are you? Yes, we're hoping for soon is the answer to that question.
The family are all down there.
You can stay up here if you want, Johnny.
Well, Zach is in the bar in his usual spot. Yeah, usual spot. Yeah.
Who is?
Zach.
There's an expression you'll still be hearing in 50 years' time.
Yeah. He's such a little Jake.
Hmm?
Jake is under a table somewhere in there.
Yeah. Shouts of encouragement ringing round the ground. Full toss that Zoe plays, but it goes straight to the fielder, denies her a run. Didn't hear a call. Like to hear you calling there, Zoe. Mary saying, will you stop trying to hit it hard? Look at the big gap on the leg side. I'm surprised with so few overs left, although I do appreciate Zoe should go in and has gone in. I'm surprised that the hero of Tuesday night, Anna Bill, wasn't asked to attend the last couple of overs. Ah, that's a super shot. She's played it through. It's running down to the nets, and once it hits that hill, there's no stopping it. You don't realise how much of a hill there is between the square and the nets. You're sort of halfway along, it's dead flat, and then it starts this slight gradient, and it can just pull a ball away from you. Super shot for Zoe. She moves on to 5. Yeah, Anna Bill, just the left-handedness, I think, caused.
I think she's padded up. That'll be next.
Oh, well left by Zoe. She saw how wide it was, planted a foot across, made sure her stumps were covered. She's bowled enough good balls for it to be an encouraging run out for Sinead Thompson. Good run up. And oh, just getting the inside edge of the bat. No single there. No need to rush though. Already, Clontarf are going to need more than 7.5 and over. And that figure's only going to go up. Now the field spreads a bit more. They look to give Zoe the single. Last ball of the over. Expansive drive. That was pressure of dot balls. Brought that drive. But she didn't get near it, so she lives to fight another day. 152 on the board now. Three overs to go. Runner ball gets them up to 170. Plenty of backing up here now. Last 3 overs, 9 wickets in hand. If ever there was an open invite to open your shoulders, this would be it. Christina Coulter-Riley, just halfway through a run-up, decides she's on the wrong mark. Looks again. Slashed away to point and caught. Umpire says, on your way. despite some cries from the sideline about the height of the delivery and the possibility of it being a no ball. But Mary Walden doing exactly the right thing and opening her shoulders and attempting to smash that one. Only got an edge. Next in, Very Nickel. Here we go, you can see she's come down the track and I think the umpire's got that spot on.
The best excuse for showing the third eye.
Too far down.
As we're guessing, we're just looking now at the replays.
I had gone down a good bit.
Yeah. No, I think it was a decent delivery.
Yeah, I think it was right there when you got to us.
Hey, compared to what I'm bowling these days, it was a decent delivery. And a lovely shot. Hit up to mid-on. They get the single. Bonjour. Bonne nuit. Little frog in my throat.
Oh, do we have time? Are they taking there?
Hmm?
There's the one we missed.
Nay.
Oh no, what have they done?
Gone back to live, hopefully. Because Very Nickel has smashed that one out towards square leg. The fielder is going to get there, but not going to stop them getting two. Zoe makes the ground. Two there. Score goes up to one. I thought 154 plus 2 was 155. Oh my word. Everyone missed that. Very missed it with the bat. Keeper missed it. Stumps missed it.
There's the ball I missed with my bad camera.
Lovely shot. Allows them to get the single. Now. Very. She struggles with those ones on off stick. Playing that shot.
Yeah.
She'd almost be better off playing her leg side shot to everything in this situation. But she also wants to. There we go. Oh yes. Safely there. What? Signal as a bye.
It came off something, I don't know.
I thought it came off the end of the bat. Anyway, the umpire signalled bye, so no run for Very, but one for Pembroke, and that's the important bit. 2 overs to go. 12 balls. What does anyone think we're going to end up with? Here we go.
165.
165. 2 overs. You think they're going to get 9?
Yeah.
1, 4, and 5 singles. No, that's how I think they'd get them, if they're going to get that many. I think they'll only get 7. Very looking just to drop one down and try and get Zoe on strike. Marion have scored over 200. 203 for 1 with 2 overs to go.
Oh my goodness, who's getting all the runs?
Rebecca Stokel is on 112. And Delaney is on 39 not out. Rachel Delaney was bowled for 42.
Who are they playing?
Game of the day is...
Leinster, is it?
Well, do you know...
Team up something. Who they're playing?
Do you know Cricket Leinster's Twitter page hasn't once mentioned the team's name?
Not a hide.
every club name is Merion, and they haven't mentioned Malahide once in their Twitter feed. Mick Cotter, come on now. 158 for 2 here in the penultimate over. I remember when I learnt that word.
Next roll back to 91.
It's 2 more onto the score. Well called through by Very Nickel. How many? 91
Phoenix all out for 91.
against.
YM
Oh,
in Clement Road. No doubt that will be on later.
There you go. The proof of the pudding.
What?
The bye.
Oh, it came off the wicketkeeper's gloves.
Missed the bat and it was the keeper's gloves.
Ah, I think it came off something.
umpire vindicated. Another one the keeper's missed. Difficult at this stage of the innings. Concentration levels.
There's no live scoring in Marianne. That's what the problem is.
And yet you think that would be the sort of game that the Merion lads would have streamed. But they seem to have knocked their streaming on the head.
It's not about streaming, it's about live scoring, which is different.
Yeah.
So there's no one live scoring.
It's happened here enough times, I wouldn't be.
Oh, absolutely. But we've also had the situation this year where it's, oh my word, that's Steve Harmison. Well fielded. Well fielded. No ball for being that wide, I think. You can't give that as a bye, you see. That would be unfair.
I didn't see the ball.
No.
So
It came wide of the mat.
ah, okay.
Another one down the leg side. This time a bat is laid on it, and it's with great effect because it's gone for 4 all the way down to the nicely groomed bushes in front of the bar. It's a nice shot. That will make Zoe Bell feel a lot better.
Slightly to your right, Alyssa. Slightly to your right.
Oh, they're taking. Oh,
Definitely getting worried that the pace is.
some replays in then. The Steve Harmison to start. Followed up by the great piece of fielding. Took me long enough to show that last 4 and
Nice shot from Zoe, takes her on to 10. And again, plays that shot again. This time it's closer to the fielder. Won't stop her taking 1. And now she's equalled her score.
I was going to get here in time, but obviously not. I thought I'd lost my card.
Are there kids playing Stumpy in the nets?
No. First practice. That's the first netting.
No, there's somebody somewhere. Oh, it's these kids over here.
Yeah. Oh, you can hear them.
I could hear them. They're playing football. And you cheat! You handled that. Your hand. I could just hear it all. Which just goes to show you how quiet it is in the middle now. All that early enthusiasm for Clontarf seems to have just ebbed away as we go into the last over. Move that front foot, Zoe. Go down the pitch and drive that. This one's hit up in the air. And this time it's taken by the keeper. And that's the end of Zoe Bell. 23 runs in her last 2 innings. So with 1 to come, they're sending in the hero of Tuesday night, captain of the second 11, Annabelle. Super knock there from Zoe. As I say, 23 runs in her last 2 innings for the first, batting at 3 and 4. Really throwing in at the deep end and swimming quite nicely. Sammy's down to have a look at us tonight. Sammy the seagull just in front of me here. It's like he knows there's food here, and there isn't. Good catch, made the ground.
Just one to come.
I think it's 1 to come. Live scorer thinks it's 1 to come, which is why I think it's 1 to come. That looks like it's the end of the innings. The score has ended up on 171. Clontarf will need 172 to chase. And half centuries from Mary Waldron and Claire Shillington have seen Pembroke put in a good solid base. And then Zoe Bell has come in and hit a very cultured 12 runs. And Very Nickel was accompanied by Annabelle for just the last ball, which was a dot. So we'll be back with you in about 8.5 minutes. No, undoubtedly now show you what he calls highlights. That one's muted. Just so you know. If you don't want it muted, let me know.
I think she's in how do you want to back off of it? She's off the north side, baby.
Mary Waldron donning the helmet tonight, the gloves, and somewhere under those trousers, a pair of pads. Pembroke having their last team meeting, 10 of them there together. Louise McCarthy obviously opening the bowling. She's chatting with the two Clontarf bats. Obviously he's trying to get into their heads now. Yeah, yeah, the pace I bowl at. Oh, good job you're wearing helmets. Oh, bit of chat. And now Pembroke team, huddle starting to break up slowly. Oh no, it's reforming now. Oh, dear, what is going on here?
This should have happened off the pitch.
I don't mind it happening on the pitch, just maybe a little bit earlier. Even John Kirby's losing patience now.
Yeah, but I mean, they've a limited time to bowl their overs.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they're subjected to penalty runs.
They lost one game this season already on penalty runs.
Yeah, exactly. So
Has the clock started already?
I'd say the umpires have started it.
the clock starts when the umpires go out, doesn't it?
When does the clock start now? It's a wide.
As
What-
far as the scorer would be concerned, they wouldn't bother until the bowler starts to run in for
The first ball is
would
bowled.
be my attitude.
Okay, that's fair enough.
The other debate would be when batters cross the rope and walk onto the pitch.
Yeah. That's
That's their
essentially when
innings.
the innings starts.
I
Irrespective
would
of-
argue that's wrong, but other people would argue that's the right way.
Well, if you have a
Other people just argue.
Exactly.
argument for the sake of argument. No, you've got your glasses on. Give us the names of the bats there, please.
Bobby Dowshand and Christina Coulter-Riley.
Ah. We saw these two, both bowled at various stages during the Pembroke innings, and Clontarf now head off in pursuit of 172. A rate of 8 and a bit. 8.5, 8.5, and 8.51.
Yeah.
Louise appealing for one that came off the middle of the bat.
Very sure.
Molly getting round with a good bit of fielding. Keeps them to 2.
I need to go to the garage.
Oakley dokley.
Not right now, though.
No, because I've got cigarettes.
Other vices may be available.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one pushed through a bit by McCarthy and it nearly pays off. Thuds into the keeper's gloves. A few changes in the field. Shillington being brought in from deep mid-wicket. Murphy being sent round on the 45.
What is it? 3 outside, is it? 2 outside?
2 outside. That's a nice shot.
That's,
It's going to plug.
it is.
Good, Bobby. Keep your stuff here, Bobby.
Good fielding. Clontarf will be happy enough. They're off the mark.
That's Pippa guy. Feel like that.
And a good job she did too.
Yeah.
Cut away down to 3rd. That's Anna Beale. So that's a fabulous over for Clontarf. They're off the mark. They're ahead of the rate. Well, they're close on the rate.
No, I think they have a.
Is that Anna opening the bowl in the other end? No.
It was on Tuesday night, and I suspect it is again tonight. That having been said, the Hills did get off to an absolute flyer of a start.
Okay.
It's all right, it's on the other camera, ladies. You can just walk through. Kathy Murphy could do with a cap fielding where she is.
Where is she?
Just over here.
Yeah. I thought it was. Oh, right. They've everyone in except these two. Yeah.
Thudding into the pads. On the full. It's amazing how different the Pembroke side is when shorn of a few of the stars. Super shot, but super fielding too. Super moll indeed. Great piece of fielding. Anna Bilzer Bill. Bowling from the St John's end. Shielding her eyes from the sun. Shadows starting to accelerate across the field now. You think in December it would have been dark for the past 4 hours.
It's just depressing, Craig.
Yeah, I don't know that we've seen the strongest Pembroke side out this season.
No, we haven't, because we were missing Orla and
All are through injury.
and Hannah through injury and Lulu through exams.
Well, let's hope those exams have gone well for her. That one gets past Waldron. It's been signalled to wide as well. That'll be 2 onto the total. Pippa Guy tidies up. Michael Haney is the umpire to signal the wide. 2 onto the score. And suddenly the total needed is now down to 161. I don't know what it is about your microphones, Niall, but they seem to attract wildlife all the time. We had the ladybird earlier this year.
What's the colour of them?
I'm extremely disappointed to find out that it's not a real flower.
Oh.
Oh, that's well run. She took the first one exceptionally quickly, and that's allowed them to take a second on the misfield, or not take a second on the misfield. But it gave them a choice. Nikki Bell, 12th man tonight, along with Natasha Robinson. And I think
I feel this.
Nikki's got some sort of orange drink there. Looks to be about, I don't know, 16 fluid ounces. Seems to have a bit of froth on the top. Bit of condensation on the glass. "12 off 2. Waldron having a word with the bowler. You already have a cap, Kathy.
I feel like a pint of cider or something.
Go on then. Mixed tropical.
Yeah.
You like that one?
I do, yeah.
I haven't tasted that one. Strawberry and lime is sweet enough for me.
It's too sweet for me.
If it doesn't make your teeth zing, it ain't got that thing. Well, the ciders are undoubtedly available, especially in this bar. It's like changing the field here. Pippa Guy and Claire Shillington swapping places. Slashed away. Oh, great attempt. Bit of a dive for that one. It's gone for 4, but it nearly ended up in the right hand of Annabelle. She
Do
made
you guys
good
want
ground.
refills?
No, I'm grand at the moment.
No?
No, but you go and get a cider because you want to go to the garage anyway.
Yeah, I'll just get 7 up.
I can't have a cider. It's Thursday night. It's the beginning of the weekend.
It's the beginning of the end.
Nicely cut away. This time Annabelle stops it, moves it on, chases after it. Single taken. Clontarf will be happy with this start. Nice straight bat, played out in the offside, and again, field slightly deep, allowing that single to happen. That's not what's meant to happen. Just dropped a bat on it, and again, the deep field set.
Are they all a little too deep?
I think so.
There's no one in saving 1.
Yeah, people go and stand on the ring, and the ring by definition is 30 yards away. Or 30 yards or 30 metres? I think it's yards.
It's 30. I'd say it's 30. I don't know. I'll find out.
Anyway, yards or metres. But I think that people automatically go to there
Yeah.
as a nice way of marking where you're fielding. I'm fielding at this disc, you know. And I think it pulls people out of position. Oh, and a noise, an aural delight of the dart going past. At the same time, there's a plane going right overhead. Sounds like it's on a bombing run.
It's only a little one. It's a private little Learjet or something.
Yeah. Is a private jet worth having?
No. Not unless you're doing a huge amount of travelling. Wouldn't be arsed.
Well, I think it's got to a stage now whereby it almost is worth it.
But if you're doing a massive amount of travelling, yeah,
No, but even
go ahead.
they have these.
Think of it. I mean, the carbon footprint is massive.
They have these companies now that you sort of have a share in a jet almost. You know, you and 10 other people own the jet, and whoever needs it at whatever time, they'll make sure it's in the right place.
It's 23 metres, the circle is.
23 metres.
Yeah. It's 30, I think, in men's cricket.
Well, I still think it's too deep.
No, it's not too deep. The fielders are too deep.
Yes, yeah. It's too deep for a fielder to use it for their mark.
Yes. Because there is no one in there saving 1.
No.
And they're just running along then at 6 and over.
It's in the air between the two fielders. Niall, do you want another beer? Yeah, he will.
I've got to pay for these ones first. Do you want it? Sorry, do you want another one? What's that for?
Yeah, why not?
And, yeah, okay, but about 50-50.
Are you going to finish that one first?
You will by the time.
Mrs. Mooney is going to be giving out from Brittany, where she's onto her 3rd bottle of wine.
Don't mind.
She thinks it's unprofessional to be drinking on the job. Funds are flowing. Quick question for you now. Will the national side have finished playing their games against New Zealand, etc., in the Tri-Nation, New Zealand and Pakistan? Australia and Pakistan. Sorry, it's the men who are playing New Zealand. Is that over before the Cup semi-final?
Maybe not.
So again, both
It runs
sides.
from a Saturday to Saturday or Saturday to Sunday or something like that.
So again,
A whole long week.
Leinster Senior Cup.
I would. My understanding of the date it's on and everything. Yeah.
That's a good ball, but it's been played beautifully. She's crashed it back straight as a die. Super shot. That takes the score on 30. Well, the scoreboard says 32. I don't believe that for a second. But again, Dale has produced super batting wicket. If you think of the Pembroke wickets that fell, there weren't too many where the ball misbehaved. It was more the batsman was wrong, and Very Nicholas dropped short, and that's an absolutely beautiful shot for 6. She swiveled on that and hooked it up behind square on the leg side. The fielder was in nowhere near stopping that. Beautiful shot, and that takes the score on to 40, and suddenly 171 doesn't look like it might be big enough. This one's wide down the offside. Four overs gone, 42 on the board. Well, there's no trouble with the run rate here. Clontarf are rattling along at this stage. Whew. That's a hell of a start, and suddenly the Brains Trust are meeting. Shillington, Waldron, McCarthy. Could it be time for a bowling change here now? It could be. Well, if you're going to bring anybody into the attack, why not bring Kim Lee McDonald? She took 2 wickets and 2 balls in the last game on Tuesday night. And on top of that, she had a call-up to the Super 3 series. What's that called now?
Series.
Super Series?
They dropped the 3.
Do you know?
A couple of years ago.
Do you
They
know?
dropped the 3rd team for a while.
Do you know the sponsor's name? Orchard? Or Us? It's an Irish name, so I'm on the back foot. Oricus Super Series. Well, Kim Lee got a call up, and she played yesterday for the Typhoons. How's she going to go today? Back in the club colours of Pembroke Cricket Club. Well, that's a super start because that was right on middle, right up the batsman's feet. She managed to just dig it out for a single on the leg side. And again, I ask, is the fielder a little deep there? But a good first ball for Kim Lee, should be pleased with that.
Once again, I can't tell which is which.
That's all right, Niall and I have got this worked out. That one's Niall's.
I suspect it is.
Niall takes that one. I'm happy.
Usually you can tell by the froth.
Yeah.
There's a bit of a clue there.
Yeah.
Kim Lee is on.
She is. She was just saying she was called up by the typhoon. Oh my word, talk about premeditated. It was almost a wide on the offside, but the batter decided she was going to lap it round the corner, and she went outside off in search of it, found it, and did enough to play it away for 4. The score goes on to 48.
That's the sort of ball that if anybody else tried to play it, they'd lap it onto their own stumps.
Yes. I've been asked the question, are Pembroke tired of winning?
Smarters.
That smart ass is my glorious captain.
Yeah, right.
Self and Henry enjoying the cricket at home. Oh, that one was again played off middle, and that's gone for 4 down past square leg. And as quick as Molly is, she wasn't going to get to that one. That wasn't a bad ball.
Can I take this off?
Yeah, of course you can. Where are you going to put it? That's enough.
Can I unplug this?
Yeah. Go on. Bing. Yeah. Clontarf certainly aren't hanging around here at all. Babi Deshan now. She's on. Plays that beautifully. 4 more runs. That puts her on to 42. She's on 42. The total is 60, and there are 6 overs gone. It's the end of the power play. And just as Clontarf would have been happy with the end of the power play and being able to spread the field a bit more, I suspect it's the same for Pembroke. Mary Walden doing a very good job there as skipper. She goes over, has a word with Kim Lee and says, don't worry, keep going. There were just some very fine shots in there, and some of them were just taken off middle, like that one. So, Babi Deschamps is doing an excellent job. She's on 42, the score's on 60. But for now, it's her partner. Joins in at the party. She gets her 4. Coulter Riley. No snaps herself. So, at the moment, it would appear... Ah, there you go now. Cut away on the offside, well fielded. Do you know, I thought 6 overs had gone. Niall, could you check that for me? Wide delivery. Ooh. It's over 11 and over anyway. There's 1 ball gone in the 6th over so far. Oh, that's another fetch. Great applause coming up from the Clontarf bench.
but like there are a lot of people there.
Dougal's there. I tell you, he works. To be. It's like watching Tear for Fears. Those lads just walked past. So Bowie Deschamps now is on 46. Oh, she saw that one down the leg side and saw a chance to bring up a half century with a big one. Instead, she gets the wide. Score moves on 72. Well, that's 12 and over. It's a glorious evening this evening. Wide on the offside, it's another wide. The Achilles heel of this Pembroke side is the number of extras. On Tuesday they were very fortunate that the Hills gave away more extras than Pembroke.
About 11 extra or something. And then back close again.
It made a big difference. This one's lifted again, and again it gets between those two fielders, Gully and Point, racing away. And they're coming back for another, and that will be her half. Well, that was called a roll, Riley. Partnership up to 76, which I suppose is also the total. No wickets down. But it is a good solid foundation, and at the moment these two look in no trouble at all. It's played away on the leg side. Louise McCarthy will be the fielder down there in the bright sunshine. And now Bowie Deschamps, she's going to be looking for the single to take her to a well-deserved half-century. I mean, she's scoring about close to 2/3 of the runs. Say again?
49 off 22.
Of 22.
8 fours and a 6.
Played away on the offside, but this time straight to the fielder. Molly doing great work there. She's still searching for this one run for a half-century.
Apologies to her for trying to put the kiss of death on her for a change when I remembered to do that.
Oh, that's a beautiful shot. She was down onto that so quickly, played it away, and it's gone for 4 down to Cyril's corner. And that's a super over, and that's a super half century. She's moved on to 53 now. It's taken her, how many balls did you say, Noel? 24 ball 50. Just what a side needed. And she may be carrying Clontarf to victory single-handedly here. No, that's wrong. That's 82 off 6. 13. So 13 2/3 is the rate at the moment, and they are well ahead of where they need to be. At this rate, they're going to get there in the 14th over. Umpire just marking out a run up there. Reclaiming the bowler's mark. And coming on from the nursery end, Zoe Bell. Oh, nicely played. Nice dot ball. Well, the good news is we've managed to reach the 7th over now. Kathy Murphy hasn't fallen over yet now.
Got it out of her system in the over.
Nicely played. And a lovely catch. Well done, Pippa Guy. She went for the big shot. It seemed to come off the bat very nicely, but it hung up there, and Pippa Guy... Oh my word, enthusiastic congratulations for Annabelle. But a fine catch, and that brings Zoe Bell another wicket. She's turning into quite the all-rounder, you know. Coulter Riley departs for 13, but more important than that, she's been part of a stand of 82 in the 7th over. It really has put Clontarf in a good place now, and, well, I'm not going to talk about the odds, but we might talk about the win percentage. And Clontarf's has gone up since the start of this innings, I can tell you.
Yes! Did Paddy score? Did Paddy score?
First jaw. Oh. Play that. There we go. Celebration.
Just while Niall's taking you through. Just seemed to get under it a little.
Where is it?
It's over here.
Didn't get into camera 3.
We're counting on Niall's camera work being there for this one, and he never lets us down. Front and centre, Pippa Guy, fine catch, wicket down. Just while the new batsman's sorting herself out, we'll have a quick whip round the grounds. Over in Dublin 6, the Hills got 116. Leinster are 45 for 1 off 5. Phoenix were all out, as you heard earlier on, for 91 runs. YM got it for 2. And there's no live scoring up in Anglesey Road. The way of the dinosaurs, as they say. So that's good stuff around the grounds. Bavi's now taking it upon herself. Oh, great fielding! Absolutely brilliant fielding. Kimberly McDonald fielding like an Interpro. Aoife Brennan's the new bat in the middle for Clontarf. And Bavi Deschamps is on scoring at a rate in excess of 220. Cracked away through the offside. It's another boundary. Score moves on to 88, and Clontarf are playing like the East Link is going to be closed at 9 o'clock. Niall was down here at 4 today. 3:30, 4. So, how's Zoe going to play this now? Up against this fine player. She's already moved on to 59. 59 out of a total of 88. Just needs 10 more runs to make one of our watchers down. Oh my word! Well, I'm still waiting for the umpire to put his finger up. There's been no decision by the umpire. Conor McAhaney declining the claim for stumping by Mary Waldron. Niall, you're on the wrong camera.
Sort of.
Okay.
There we go.
It's high one, it's just played down the ground. That will take her on to 60 now. Bit more circumspect after the stomping chance, I feel.
I've way too many highlights.
And here's a chance. There's a celebration. Anna Bill seemed to be happier than Pippa Guy for taking the catch. And then this stomping chance. Oh no.
Catch again.
That's the catch again. She did dance down the track, didn't she?
It's not. It's Kimley's brilliant fielding.
There. It's almost impossible to see it until they decide to make them actually luminous, or you know those glow sticks that you used to crack the glow sticks
Yeah.
when you went raving, Amanda.
That's right. Yeah.
There's the something.
Back in the last century.
Ah, sure.
The knock something.
Well, she was spectacular in her efforts to get back, and it was successful. Kimlee McDonald now to go again. Scores 89 off 7 overs. Well, there's no way you could stop that. It's gone all the way down to the boundary. It's another 4. The score moves on to 93. And Bobby Deschamps is going to win this game by herself. The way she's going at the moment. Oh, that's a lovely shot out to the cover boundary. She's looking for 2. Molly's misfield is going to let her get back for 2. Score moves on to 95 in this, the 8th over. As I say, 171. They're going to get there in about the 12th over, the way Bavy Deschamps is running the show at the moment. Tell you see a lot of good cricket if you come down here. A lot. Good crowd along the wall. I'm sure a few are enjoying the sustenance provided here at Pembroke. Tag rugby is continuing down below for the very energetic. That's well bowled. You do get the feeling that this game comes down to one thing. Can Pembroke get this girl out? Because otherwise I can see her getting 120 and winning the game for Clontarf. That one's wide, the off stump, and it's played away between point and gully again. It's going to run down the hill. Molly's going to get there before it crosses the boundary. But who's got the big arm? Big replay gets the ball back. Score has moved on to 98. Well, you'd have to say that Clontarf are in the box seat at the moment.
Yeah, we end up getting to do nearly every weekend these days.
Yeah, I know.
Gavin
so.
just kind of backs off
Yeah,
camping
yeah.
or golfing or something. And we're like, okay, so now we have.
Just.
Yep. Very
Do you see this? No, I'll show you again now. The run out.
Stumping.
Stumping. Back down.
Bails off. Yeah.
Just bounce there.
Yeah.
At the end where it was bounced as it came up.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. But
Exactly,
once it's made its ground.
Yeah.
Well, many thanks to Niall and his technical prowess being able to show us that stumping chance very close up. And you can see quite clearly for that she'd made her ground, and although the bat
See quite clearly.
then bounced up,
But
she just made it back, and that millisecond I think, is the game.
Oops. That's what I get for not being close to doing that yet. And
8 overs gone.
no time.
98 on the board. Zoe Bell to continue now. Cracked away through the offside. Well fielded. It will just be a single. And you know what? That's what any bowler wants to see at the moment. I'd rather have the bat, who hasn't scored a run as yet, coming in at number 3, as opposed to the opener, who has 70 to her name. And you know, she's scored about 70 to 71% of her side's runs.
Hello, all. Good to see you.
Well, here comes Peter Prendergast, having completed the slowest lap in history. Kim Lee hitting the stumps with a direct hit. Peter, I was just saying that must have been the slowest lap ever.
Yes.
You headed off at about this stage in the first innings.
That's right. I got waylaid.
100 on the board for Clontarf now, as I say. Davy Deschamps is now on 70 and has 70% of her side's runs. Even I can work that out. Thank you very much, Michael Clark. .71 required now from 12 overs, just under a run a ball. However, at the rate they're scoring, which is over 12 and over, another boundary takes them on to 105. I tell you, it's no embarrassment being hit by this batsman. She is class. She's giving herself room. We've only seen the one real false shot, and Mary Waldron was just a split second away from seeing her off. She saw that was full toss down the leg side, hoiked it out, and Molly again with that magnificent arm that she possesses keeps it to a single. She wants to change her bat. She wants a selection of bats to pick from. At this stage, I think she could have... At this stage, I think she could take out a toothpick and still score runs. It's in the air, but not to a fielder. And it's a dot ball. Required rate now, under 6 and over. Another dot ball. You get the feeling that's what Pembroke needs to do now. They need to keep Davy Deschamps off strike, because she's going to win this game by herself. Now she appears to need a quick trip to Ed Sports, pick up a new bat. Nine overs gone now, 106 on the board. Just slightly under 12 and over, which is amazing, because you have to think that 12 and over is hitting a 4 every second ball. Lainey Martin not in the side today. They could have done with her bowling. They can't be too far away. I know that John Martin was looking for a ticket for Sunday for the New Zealand game. Crowd capacity out in Malahide on Sunday. We're playing New Zealand. Can you guess how much the crowd capacity? If you know the answer, keep it to yourself. Ah, well, there you go.
Where are they playing?
Malahide. There were 7,000 at the India game. There were 10,000 at the England game. What's the capacity for the New Zealand game?
Why should it be less than 7,000? They have all the seating in place and stands in place.
No, they were taken away.
Why?
Because every day they're out there costs money.
So what's capacity?
1,800. Because that's what the safety officer says.
So there's no stands.
No as far as I know, there are no stands. I can't imagine there are any stands if capacity is 1,800.
There might be some very small ones.
Yeah, there might be one.
Well, we had 1,600 here for the Middlesex game, the Summer Smash game against Leinster. Anna Beale with the arms aloft, appealing for LBW. Umpire having none of it. At this stage, you'd appeal for anything. But yes,
So it's going to be like a New Zealand ground with
just 1,800.
1,800 people on the grounds.
Yeah. I mean, when you think back to the England game, there were 1,800 people in the queue for the Lose. Oh, the queue for... I'm not even going to go for the queue for the beer tent. Oh, that's sloppy. There's some through for the single, and more importantly for Clontarf, they bring Pavie Deschamps onto strike. She's on 76. The score is now 110, and she's still keeping up this record of scoring about 70% of the record of the runs.
Strike rate's over 200.
So
Why?
there's only, presumably then there's only general admission tickets.
Oh no, this is Cricket Island gig
For the game on Sunday. General,
for the general public, for the hoi polloi.
Saying they were sold out of general admission, but their special magic bar or something still had a last.
They still have the corporate.
€89.
corporate hostility.
Yeah. Score is 111 for 1 of 10 with a run rate of 11.1. They need 61 from 10 at a run rate of 6.1.
And amazingly, there's no highlights, so I can finally get into it.
Well, what a card it is. It's dominated by one name.
3 and 18 extras.
77.
13, 3 and 18 extras.
No, my question was how many balls has the 77 taken? No, it'll be on the screen for people in a second. Do you want to get back to your camera now? Because Louise McCarthy has returned from the nursery end.
38.
Oh, that's so close to the edge. How close can she take them to victory? This is like playing in Division 15. There's always one player who's played in Division 6.
Yeah.
That happened to us this year. Apparently there's some guy in Leinster who's played like over 30 games or something. That was the rumour. Every time I go onto the Leinster website to look at stats, I'm always, the next tab is disciplinary. You always have to have a look.
Cheeky peek.
Cheeky peek, see who's been a naughty boy. What was it I was going to look up? I know what I was looking up. Most games. Most matches. Cut away on the offside. There's going to be another 4. That's a super shot. Picked her space, picked her spot, put it away. She moves on to 85. The score is 119. And this is the 11th over. Oh my word. The top 3 guys for games played in Leinster cricket.
Yeah.
Pembroke players.
I think do a search on that.
Or what do you want to search for?
No, the name that you're looking for.
Oh no, I don't know what his name was. I was expecting somebody to be out there on 30 odd runs. Well, okay, so just do that.
Well, no, because maybe
Who were we playing against?
what if you...
Those are the filters. 120 off 11. He's not away at the moment. Look, he's right in front of you. I have put out on air that you are looking for a ticket for Sunday.
And I got them.
Did you?
I had to buy it in the end.
Buy it? Ah.
When I bought it, then text me said, "Shit,
It's out! She's gone! She falls! 14 short of what seemed to be an assured century. But Bavy Deschamps has departed for 86 LBW, and Pembroke needed that. Wow.
Apologies to our viewers, but we'll have a replay now.
Well, she has got exactly 160, exactly half the runs that Clontarf require, are now departing the field. And what a fine knock that was, 86 runs. What an absolutely fabulous knock. And now Pembroke are in a huddle because Pembroke will feel that they must be back in this game. 52 runs required now from 9 overs.
Here it is for everyone at home who missed it like I did.
Here you go. Here you go.
Is it LB? Or what?
Yeah.
And it does look quite... I don't think you'd have too many complaints there. But what a super knock. I've rarely seen, I've been part of, but I've rarely seen partnerships dominated so much by one player. 70% of her side's runs. She scored 86 runs out of 120. An amazing, amazing innings, and full of absolutely nothing but great shots. What are you looking for? I'll show you.
For individuals.
What you do is you go into anything. Do you want men or women? That's the most important question. Okay, so you go into anything.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you hit this one up here.
Oh,
Yeah,
that one there.
and then you can go into stats,
All right. Okay.
players, etc. from there. James Cresswell. James Cresswell. He noticed. Nobody else did. Oh, that one's come off the edge of the bat. It's flown down quite fine. It would have been into first slip's hands. Instead, it's just a single. Now this game has been brought to the boil by one innings and one innings only. 86 magnificent runs for Bavy Deschamps. Absolutely wonderful knock. Now the question is, can the other Clontarf bats keep going, or can Pembroke now start to impose themselves? 50 runs required from about 50 balls. Nicely played up to mid-on. Well run. 1, 2, 3. Now, this game has swung one way or another. But the biggest move so far has been the dismissal. Bavy Deschamps for 86 in the first 10 overs. Anna Bill will be delighted with that wicket. That's a nice shot. It's played wide of Murphy at mid-wicket, and it goes down to the car park gate for 4 runs. And it just goes to show that the rest of the Clontarf side cannot be discounted. These girls are still batting at 3 and 4. And Clontarf are still well and truly in this game. 45 required now. Run rate is not going to be a problem at this stage.
allowed. There is a black dish up by the door. I think if you want to try that.
Try the kitchen, Johnny.
No, I just haven't tried, don't I? Yeah,
Yeah. Just for you.
Just for me?
Oh yeah, look at this screen.
Well, Clontarf had gone off at a rate of knots, and you have to think if Bavy was still in.
Dad, how are you?
Yeah. 3 magnificent overs there that she really went to town. So 45 required from 8 overs, just over 5 and over. 5 and over is 40. What did I say? 45 required. Oh, that's 9 and over then, is it? No? No, divided by the wrong number.
Just 5.575? 65? Michael Carter can make it.
Yeah.
Shut down my eights.
An 8th. Go Imperial on it, that's what I say. Five and 5/8. 625. If you want to go down the Michael Clark route, but I'm going with 5/8. McCarthy pushes that one through, and do you know what? It's got through the defences, and it's another wicket, and now Clontarf are 3 down for 128. Oh, this is really starting to bubble up now. 3rd wicket falls as McCarthy pushes one through a bit quicker. Have a look at this on your replays. Just no foot movement. Slightly quicker ball. Push through. And it doesn't matter what angle you look at, it's out.
They stayed in shot for me that time.
Leinster are 106 for 4 off 11 overs, chasing 116. I think they're going to get there. And YM beat Phoenix. So we're waiting for the result of this, and also game of the day. Wide ball down the leg side. Elisa Paisley, and Aoife Brennan. And another wicket. And that's 4 down now. And suddenly the pendulum seems to be swinging back Pembroke's way. How vital that delivery by Anna Bill to trap Bevy Deschamps. 86 LBW. And since then, another 2 wickets have fallen. And suddenly Clontarf look like they're going to struggle. The pendulum definitely swinging back. This is the great thing about cricket. The game swings one way or another. Louise McCarthy picks up another wicket. 2 to her. 4 down now. So 4 down. What's that? 2 to Louise.
Pull up the card now in a second.
Take your time. 1 to Louise, 1 to Anna, 1 to Zoe, and now 2 to Louise. Well, I'd be a very proud dad at home. His children have absolutely done him proud this week. From Barry's 59 ball century, his first List A century. And now Louise shining on both Tuesday and Thursday. And our cameraman making sure that Steve gets to see, Mary's moved now, gets to see his advertising. Cheapest advertising in Dublin, that site. I think it's cost him about 50 quid a year. Louise McCarthy pushes another one in. This one's played out on the leg side. They take the single. That takes them up to 130. It's only 42 required from 7 overs. I can almost hear Steve texting me now. Come back and tell me it was 55 plus VAT he's paying every year. 42 required from 7. What are 7
We can do
sixes?
that one.
7 sixes are 42. Ooh, run rate is runnable.
Seems though you're indirectly calling for it. Here's the bowling figures.
Well, I actually looked them up on that.
I know. I'm just letting.
I looked them
everybody
up
else
on
see
live. Everyone else look them up on live. But Louise 2 for 26, and Zoe 1 for 15, and Annabelle 1 for 15 off 3. So the first wicket fell at 82 when Christina Coulter-Riley was out, and then when Bevy Deschamps got out, second wicket down. Score was 120. It's now 130 for 4, so it was 120 for 1, 132 for 4. There really has been a swing here now. So can Clontarf maintain a run rate of a runner ball for 7 overs? Can Pembroke not bowl enough wides to give the game to Clontarf? This one's played round to the leg side, but the fielder Annabelle is there. I know it's unusual to call player of the match with 7 overs to go, but I tell you, if Pembroke win this, Annabelle is player of the match. This one's in the air, it's lifted up, but it's going to land safely. Louise McCarthy having the experience to wait for the spin. And she got that one back in quickly. This is going to work out to be a very tight game, I think. Very tight finish. Very nickel now. Bowling from the St John's end. That's another one for Ziles. Zoom in. However, given not out.
I think that's clear enough. There.
Foot was well down there.
That's what I
Stamped.
caught from the.
Stamped down, one might say. Oh, another one down the leg side, another wide. This is not good for Pembroke. They really need to be bowling down the offside. Scorer's not signalling back. Good evening, Sammy. That's a good ball. She got some good shape on that. That seemed to move away.
There you go, Craig. Just to keep you happy.
Ah, there we go. Sammy. Welcome back, Sammy. I swear to God he knew he was on air.
A million points to anyone who figured out it really was Sammy who got lifted into play, or if it was one of his friends.
Well, he's not limping. Another single Clontarf. That's all they need to do. Is the occasional boundary will come. They're getting enough in extras and these singles to keep themselves very much in this game now. 36 required. That's the end of the 14th over. 6 overs to go, which is 36 balls. And do you know what? 36 runs are required. And just to keep the sixes theme going, Pembroke need 6 wickets. Zoe Bell will continue from the nursery end now. Aoife Brennan and Molly Butler. All the bats out in the middle. Zoe, you picked up the first wicket to fall. Nice catch at mid-on by Pippa Guy. Suitably celebrated by her close friend Anna Beale. Oh. Zoe Bell enticing the batsman to add power to the ball because there isn't a huge amount of momentum going down that way. It's all up to the bat to hit it back this way. Just a single. Oh, direct hit would have had her in trouble there. She may think twice about that next time.
Yeah, well backed up by Cathy there. Surface to requirements, but
I know. Cathy always stands out in the field. In fact, one might say Cathy's always outstanding in the field. She's had the same look all the time she's played in Pembroke. Trousers tucked into her socks. Baggy cap. She does like to get in there close. This one's played out on the leg side, gets past the fielder at square leg, but it won't get past Claire Shillington. It will just be a single. The shadows now encroaching. About a third of the ground now covered in permanent shadow, including this gazebo. You can see the length of the shadows on your screen. Oh, just lifted over the bowler's head. How agonising that was. And then Louise McCarthy's throw misses both stumps by inches. Now, it missed the first one by many inches, but inches nevertheless. .32 required now. Clontarf inching closer to this target. It's in the air, but no fielder there. Another single onto the total. The important thing is no boundaries. Really tossed up there. Not out. LBW, not out. Stumping. Not out any way at all. But Zoe gets to the end of her over. There are 4 overs left. There are 31 required. This is bubbled up into a lovely little game now. Good crowd on the wall. Large number of the first team squad who were training earlier on have hung around now tonight to watch this. Mary and Claire now working out who's bowling where from when and how and who do we have left and how many overs left. Kim Lee now to bowl from the St John's end. Is it 5 overs remaining?
yeah.
31 off 30. Played away, they'll get the single here. Oh, they might get 2. It's been slightly kicked away. And they will get 2. And that brings the run rate down. 5. 4 after this. Getting cool again.
It's beautiful day.
Yeah, if you're in the
I have
sun.
the jeans. I'm not in the sun. I have the jeans in the bag, not a thought of it.
No. How's that? That's a super reaction catch from Waldron. Absolutely out. Definite noise. No need for Snicko there. Well, in fact, Dougal may have been Snicko there. I may have heard it through Dougal. But it was... Did you hear it? Well, in that case, I didn't need Dougal. It was very definite. It was a wide one. She chased it. She got an edge. And that's now 5 wickets down. And suddenly Pembroke are back in this yet again. This team never know how to just lie down till the count of 10. Niall does a great job. On this, you don't see it at all. It's just a ball through to the keeper. All you see is the appeals. But on this one,
Mary's still standing away.
you see how quickly she goes up for that and how quickly the umpire's finger comes up. New batsman takes guard. See how quick the low scoring is. Kim Lee to continue then. Oh, that one nearly takes the edge again. I know this is a close game and everything, but is it worth putting a slip in? Kathy Murphy fielding in that one position where the sun really is. It's a straight line between Kathy, the sun, and the bat. Oh, that's a lovely delivery as well. Another dot ball, and these are absolutely vital to Pembroke. Kim Lee now seems to have found a groove that she wants and that her captain needs. 143 for 5. So Malahide fall to Merion today. This is certainly, looking at the results so far, YM crushing Phoenix, Merion crushing Malahide. This seems to be the game to watch tonight. Bat very bouncy. But the important thing is she stays still at the point of delivery. Another single to Clontarf. Slip.
I was about to say, would your slip have caught that one? It was very fine.
It's a very definite no. Kim Lee searching for and finding the edge of that bat. Kathy Murphy goes out to the edge of the ring, if not a bit deeper. It's in the air. Oh, it's over the fielder. The fielder took a couple of steps in, first of all. Super over for Pembroke. 2 onto the board, though. So after 16 overs.
147 up there.
Well, I'm expecting it to change, though.
No, it's 616.
Okay. 147. So 25?
There's that batting card.
25
extras in there.
25 off 4. Already 25 extras.
Yeah.
More than Tuesday night already. However, 25 off 4. Run a ball.
To hear the umpires telling them how many overs behind they are.
Oh, penalty runs. So, 24 balls, 25 runs, 5 wickets.
What point do they have to tell them they're behind?
I used to tell them
As they go along.
Right.
fairly frequently. But
So,
to
Zoe
be fair,
Bell now, bowling from the nursery end. Tosses it up there. Dot ball. That's what Pembroke need. 25 off 23. And I shall avoid counting down every ball
the likes of Interpro,
at this stage.
third umpire would be telling them to tell them.
Well, this isn't an Interpro. Oh, that one just... Does that take an edge? Just come off keeper's gloves. But 2 dots. Exactly what Pembroke need.
It's number 7 back first.
Well, that's exactly what Pembroke need. This one's wide outside off, and it's another edge, and it's another wicket. It's another wide one that's picked up a slashing bat's edge, and Waldron takes another catch. She certainly is informing the national selectors that she's still got it there. And although she's been dropped for the tri-series, you wouldn't bet against her being recalled shortly. Well, she's playing here.
Yeah, she's not in the squad.
And I don't think it was injury, otherwise she wouldn't be here. Celeste Rack is the same.
There we go.
I'm actually surprised YM haven't come down here after beating Phoenix. 6 down now for Clontarf. The score, they still need 25.
21 for the Zuni.
There's only 21 balls to go. Oh, she should have. It's well outside off. It would have been a wide if she hadn't touched it. But as it was, she got the finest of edges through to the keeper, and Mary Waldron was up like a piece of toast that's done.
You really are trying to write this quote book, but who's taking them down?
Nobody's taking them down. Another one tossed up there. This time it comes off the middle of the bat, but straight to the fielder. It's another dot ball, and this is exactly what Pembroke need. It's the number 8 batsman that's facing. 3 balls gone in the over. 4 balls gone in the over. This one's played out to the leg side, but Molly's there. Fine fielding. Just a single. Aoife Brennan must be feeling the weight of the world on her shoulders now. She goes big. It's hit up to mid-on. They take the single. 149. Another over gone. 3 to go. 23 off 3. Good over from Zoe Bell. In fact, great over. She took a wicket. And only a couple of runs came from that over. Isn't a couple of runs too? Okay, thank you.
Can't stop laughing at how well I set up that shot of the scoreboard that doesn't exist anymore.
Amanda nearly wet herself laughing at the start of the Pembroke innings when you weren't here. I happen to say.
Stop. Watch the game.
Kimberly McDonald now from the St John's End. That's a big hit down towards the car park, and that's just a fetch. 4 needed, 4 required, 4 got. 153 is now the score. 19 required from 17 balls. Kim Lee comes into bowl. Oh, dot ball. And for Brennan, you can feel, is feeling that pressure.
I think Anna needs to move around.
Round to Cal.
No, round at least. Square. There's a massive gap there.
I would say she needs to go up to the telegraph pole.
She needs to move around. Jackie's out in Cal.
It's hit straight and it's hit back past the bowler. The fielder gets there, and you know what? She's saved 2 runs. You might say by kicking it 10 yards away from herself. It cost a run, but I'd prefer to say she saved 2. Score goes on to 157.
Utterly confused the camera.
15 required. There's a bit of chat along the wall, but by and large it's gone very quiet here now at Sydney Parade. This is really another close finish. Big swing. It's gone out to square leg where Anna Beale fields and keeps it to 1. Gemma Sargent now, she's on 1, she's number 8 bat. There's changes in the field. We're bringing in the field to try and cut off the singles. Gemma Sargent. Evening. Kim Lee fires one down the leg side. It's another wide. Is it going to be these wides that cost Pembroke? Sorry, 15 required now. What a super game of cricket this has been. We've seen great innings of 86. We've seen Mary Waldron very tidy behind the sticks. A couple of really sharp chances she's taken. Still too early to call person of the match, but there's basically 2 candidates for it. It's popped away. Oh my word, there's a chance of a run out here. They get the single, the throw goes awry. 2 overs to go, and there's 2 candidates as far as I'm concerned for player of the match. Anna Beale for 1 LBW. Or Bavi Deschamps for her 86, which has put Clontarf in with a chance of winning this game. 2 overs to go now, and 14 required, 7 and over.
Doesn't make sense.
It might not make sense, but they did, and it's left. Gemma Sargent to face Anna Beale. How many overs to go now? He talks to himself an awful lot.
How
many overs?
Sweet.
Well, the scoreboard still says 3. That's why I'm asking the question. I just want to make absolutely sure. I just want to make absolutely sure.
This is the 18th.
No, this is the 19th.
I think they started from the other end.
Anna Beale bowls Gemma Sargent with the first ball of that over. And now that's 7 down. And suddenly those 14 runs that Clontarf require could be 140. It won't take much to get them. But they left the wrong bat on there. The murmurs in the crowd about wondering why they took the single off the last ball of that last over. The crowd sitting next to me. And there it is. Anna Beale once again. Oh, exuberant celebrations. Almost over the top. Yep. Oh, she almost got both arms over her shoulders there. So, well, I'm sure they'll catch up.
Not the worst idea to tell them.
I tell them now. Sinead Thompson now has gone out to the middle, left-handed. Can she do what Anna Beale did on Tuesday? Brought in a left-hander and made a big difference to the game. Mary Waldron making sure the field is absolutely set properly. Anna Beale, it's a dot ball. 1 wicket, 1 dot ball. $14 off 10 now. And she's given her out LBW. I think Anna Beale picks up another wicket. Sinead Thompson departs without troubling the scorers, and it's now 158 for 8.
Okay, go on then.
But I saw something last night. Where did it pitch?
Most unfortunate for Sinead Thompson there. LBW to one that at best would have been umpire's call for the LBW for pitching outside leg. But he's the man in the middle. It's in the book. That's a big swipe. Just a dot ball. And you just get the feeling from the body language on the sidelines and the body language on the pitch that this is
Balls to go.
Pembroke's game now.
Need to give him a single on the last ball.
Well, she's hit that over the ring. It's bounced out into the outfield. It's going to be fetched. They could get 3 for this.
Well, let them get 3.
Great fielding, Isabel Jennings. Great teamwork by the Pembroke side. Kathy Murphy. Is that Isabel?
No, it's
Pippa.
Pippa.
Pippa Guy has been throwing herself around all night, hasn't she? If she was in a nightclub, you'd be saying she's throwing shapes on the dance floor. 1 ball to come in the over now.
Who's facing?
Aoife Brennan, I think, is facing. That's so far behind. It's Hannah Paisley that hit that one. Claire Shillington has dropped a couple of yards. More intent on stopping boundaries than singles.
It's okay.
So, we get down to the final over, and Clontarf need 10 runs to win.
Number 3 is on strike. Infantry.
Mary's gonna bowl it.
What?
Mary Waldron taking off the helmet, taking off the gloves. Gloves go across to Claire Shillington. She's going to put the helmet on.
Yes.
Do I show it?
What, her putting the helmet on? Oh.
What?
Niall is showing you.
Ooh. Oh, fuck, that's
It's close enough that umpire's call.
Oh, you're so generous.
I am generous.
I'm showing it, I'm afraid.
I am generous,
Yeah.
but do you know what?
Anyway.
They're the guys in the middle.
Oh, yeah. Oh, trust me, I'm a terrible umpire, so.
I'm a great umpire when I'm awake.
I can't count to 6 apparently.
Your prevo scheme is black at the moment, you know that?
I know.
That's all right, as long as you're happy with it. So, to bowl the last over with Clontarf needing 10, Mary Waldron.
Come on.
No penalty runs. Woohoo!
9 penalty runs.
Not yet.
What's there somewhere ready to start the first last over?
Mary Warden being very particular in setting her field as we're expected. Clubbed away. It's just a single though. Eva Brennan gets one off the first. But let's be honest, they needed more than that really. What did I do with my lighter?
So, my traditional time to say, super over?
Yeah, anytime there's a close game. That's gone for 4. That's 5 of the 10 that Clontarf required off the first 3 balls. It's another thriller. It's hit in the air again, it's hit away, and it's going to run away for 4, and that's another 4. And that ties the scores. Scores are tied. 3 balls to come.
Long enough. Here we go.
Yep.
The wibbly wobblies to get the level in the end after being miles ahead.
Two balls, 1 run required for victory. Now it's a totally swung back Clontarf's way. Mary Warden came on to bowl. 9 off the first 3 balls. Now this, to me, is the final ball of the game, and the scores are tied. Mary Warden, 1 ball to go. Can she pull her team back to a tie? Oh, it's an inside edge. It's enough. Clontarf celebrate. They have won the game off the final ball with an inside edge that ran past the keeper, went for a single. Well, there you go. There's our man of the match decided there and then. Beverly Deschamps, with her magnificent innings of 86, took Clontarf close enough that they could just creep over the line off the last ball. 172 for 8 is bigger than 171. Clontarf win, fabulous game, and what a great way to start your weekend. Get your way through Friday at work And then there's some cricket to be watched over the weekend. Saturday sees the men's thirds playing Longford at 1 p.m. and the men's fifths playing Greystones at 1 p.m. Sunday, the men's twos play Merion in a T20, followed by the men's threes playing Malahide at 5 o'clock in a T20. So at some stage this weekend, either make your way down Sydney Parade or join Noel Walsh, who will be out without his primary commentator for the weekend. I'm playing on Saturday and Sunday. Double header for me. Well, what a close game. What a super couple of games of cricket the women's first have given us this week. I hope you've enjoyed it. I know Niall has got 17 minutes of highlights to show you now, plus the cards from the two sides. But for me, I'm going to sign off now, and I will talk to you again next week. Thank you very much for joining us on Pembroke Cricket Live on YouTube, and we hope you'll join us again. But for tonight, thank you very much, and good night.